Um, all things considered, I thought it would be a good time, a good morning to just practice some self-love and self-care. Raise your hand if you could use a good, healthy dose of self-care. Yeah, time with yourself, for yourself on your mat, just being here, trying to sit inside of all the noise that is life right now, but just being here with a little bit of peace and maybe inner peace and quiet that's kind of hard to find these days. So let's start by taking a comfortable seat, moving around a little bit until you feel the solid foundation underneath you. You can sit on a cushion if you like, or even a chair. I'll be using some words today from one of my favorite books, Radical Acceptance by Tara Brach. Her words just speak right straight to my soul always. So I'd like to share some of her thoughts with you this morning. So as you find your seat, close your eyes or shift your eyes down and take a few deep breaths. You might just gently stretch through your neck, see if there's any tension that showed up here this morning. And I'll start with this quote by Tara Brach. The particular sensations, emotions, or thoughts that arise when we practice mindfulness are not so important. It is our willingness to become still and pay attention to our experience, whatever it may be, that plants the seeds of radical acceptance. With time, we develop the capacity to relate to our passing experience, whether in meditation or daily life, with deep clarity and kindness. Our willingness to be here is developing our ability to be present in all of the situations life puts before us with clarity and kindness. So as we sit here taking these deep breaths, let's shrug the shoulders up by the ears, roll them back and press them down. Just make big shoulder circles. See if the right side and the left side feel the same or maybe a little different. And then pressing your shoulders down as far as you can. Drop one ear to one shoulder and then roll your chin across your chest to the other shoulder. Make some easy half circles now, getting behind the neck and into the upper back. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed through this whole practice. I'll do my best to help you do that. And I just want you to give yourself permission to find whatever it is that you need to find here on your mat today. When you feel ready, bring your hands to the floor in front of you. Swing your legs around and find yourself in child's pose. If child's pose is hard for your knees, put something on top of your calves, a pillow or a bolster, and see if that helps a little. Take a deep breath in and let that breath go all the way out. Bring your hands in close to your knees and lift up to stand on your knees. Arms reach up and back. Just come into this kneeling, upward, almost camel. And then exhale, fold again. Arms reach behind you, child's pose. See if you can get your forehead to the floor, even if your hips lift a little bit. And then reach again. Inhale, come up to your knees, arms back. And down. This is a breathing class with a side of movement. So really the important thing is we're trying to get breath into places of our body where it doesn't always go. So use these movements as ways to open up new spaces inside of you. One more time, lifting high, stay right here. Take a hold of one wrist and stretch up over the side. And center, switch, other side, easy side stretch. Come back to center, allow your hands to float back to your hips. Press your hips forward, pull shoulders back, and breathe here in this modified or easy version of camel. Start to find Ujjayi breath, that fiery, warm breath. Beautiful. And then release to neutral. Plant your hands, tuck your toes, and lift into downward facing dog. Just start to notice whatever you feel here. You can walk your heels left and right. You can take your feet wider or more narrow. Our goal this morning is awareness, inner awareness. Raise one leg toward the ceiling. Stretch that leg as high as you can. Circle the ankle and wiggle your toes. Head closer to the earth as the foot lifts high. And then let's switch. Left leg high. Reach. Shake your foot. Wiggle it out. And placing the foot on the floor. Slow motion, walk your feet to meet your hands. And come down into this forward fold with knees bent. Just hanging here and maybe like a rag doll. You can sway or just hang. Maybe this is where you start to find stillness. Bring your hands to your shins and let's lengthen through the crown of the head. We're going to pause right here for a moment. So bend the knees a little bit more. Press your shins into your hands and press your hands into your shins. Just feel that. Feel the muscles hugging onto the bones of your legs. Take a deep breath, lengthen even more. Exhale, fold deeper. Let's do that again. Press, lengthen out through the crown of your head. Breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. One more time, looking for space. Places to put breath. Lower. And with fingertips on the floor, tent your hand and just bend and straighten your knees. See if you can get a little more length of those hamstrings. And then hands to shins. And let's bring ourselves all the way up to stand. Mountain pose. Shoulders on your back. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, forward fold. Let's do that a few times. Inhale, lift all the way up, and exhale, fold. Just feel the space in your body as you move through the hips. might take your feet a little bit wider. You might go a little slower. Find extension and find flexion. This time, lift tall. Reach as high as you can. Take one real stretch over the opposite side. Breathe into side body. Go as far as you comfortably can. Come back to center and fold. Sweep up. Grab a wrist. Over the opposite side. Breathe. Lengthen. Find a space for breath. Center and down. Let's do that each side one more time. Up and over. Exaggerate the movement. Feel the breath. You guys look amazing. One more time. Side bend. And as we come back to center, let's let our arms come down to our sides, sinking our hips into chair. We're going to reach the arms out in front of us. Let's just use this as a place to build heat. So our hips are down, our chest is up. Maybe a little bounce right here. See if you can find your quadriceps. Keep your knees bent. Reach arms behind. Feel the back of your shoulders, and then reach arms high. Let's do that a couple more times. Reach back. Reach high. Abs stay strong. Feel your legs warm, present, strong. One more time. Arms flow. Good. Follow your arms all the way to a standing back bend. And then through heart center, exhale, forward fold. And let's just see what we're building here. Fingertips again on the floor, bending and straightening the legs. Maybe your feet a little bit wider. Just take your time moving into those muscles in the back of your body. Hips lifting higher. Breath. Just 3 more times, just explore. And then let's travel back to downward facing dog and just see if this time there's a little more space here. A little more room for breath. Let's shift forward and take a vinyasa. You can be on your knees or your toes as you lower halfway down. Come to either cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. On your inhale, raise your right leg high. Feel your glutes, lift your leg. And exhale, draw that foot through. Planting the foot will rise up, warrior one. Pausing here in warrior one. You can keep your hands separate or interlace your fingers. Lift your chest high. Feel your feet pressing into earth. Space opening inside of you. Move breath into that space. On the exhale, hands to mat. Downward facing dog, you can stay here or take a vinyasa, your choice, knees or toes. If you're on your knees, come down and lift into cobra. If you choose toes, maybe upward facing dog. We'll meet in down dog. Raise your left leg and exhale, step your foot through. Let's find warrior one. Hands separate or together, lift, space, breath. Here for yourself, with yourself. Let your breath keep bringing you back here, back home. Release hands to mat, your choice. Stay in down dog or flow through vinyasa. Just a great way to keep heat in the body, to work on upper body strength. Not necessary, but optional. Let's raise the right leg again, and we'll step through, turning the back heel and come up into warrior one. Let's flow with warrior one. So take a nice deep bend in the front knee. Exhale your torso forward and let your arms reach behind. Move slow. Feel shoulders. Feel hips. Feel breath. Moving meditation. We'll go one more time. Lift high. And set your hands on the mat. Tuck your back toes. Drop your back knee. And begin this movement forward and back from hamstring to hip flexor. We'll shift the body forward, holding here for a moment in this kneeling lunge. You can keep your knee on the floor or lift your knee. Just come up into that more of a crescent lunge on the front of that back foot. Stretching ankle, stretching shin. Let's all tuck our back toes and lift the arms toward the ceiling. Come up into high lunge. Grab your left wrist and stretch up and over. A little bit of a balance challenge here. Root down through your feet. Open the side body. Go to the edge for you. Nice. Good. Find that balance. Come back to center. Let your left arm reach out in front of you. And let your right arm reach out to the side. So your arms make a 90-degree, like a right angle. Find your balance. And now just open. Right arm comes back. Open into a vertical twist. It's like this, Gail. So opposite arm and leg in front. There you go. I think you had your legs right, Gail. So our right leg is forward, our left arm is in front. Twist. Good. Breathe. We'll catch it on the other side. Take your arms up high. Bring your hands to the mat, friends. Downward facing dog. You can stay here or take a vinyasa. When you feel ready, raise your left leg. Stepping through, dropping the back heel, coming up into warrior one. Find your footing. Find your foundation. That's it. Take a hold of your right wrist now and stretch. Right side opening. Really pull that wrist high and find the side of your body. And then back to center, we'll flow over the front leg, sweeping the arms back and up. Move with breath. Find the fullest range of motion for your arms. And last time, down. Drop your fingers to the floor. Drop your back knee to the mat. And begin to shift. Forward and back. As far as you can go, both directions. In body. Present here. Mind aware of what's happening right now in your body. We'll come forward into this kneeling lunge. You can stay here or you can explore just lifting that back knee on and off the mat, stretching the shin, the front of the ankle. And then we'll tuck the back toes, press up into high lunge. Reach for the sky, shoulders stay relaxed. So the left leg is forward, reach your right arm to the front and start to open your left arm to the side and maybe back. Twisting lunge in this upright position. Notice anywhere there's restriction, and just soften, breathe there. Arms overhead. Place your hands on the mat, downward facing dog. You can stay here or flow through vinyasa. Knees or toes. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Let's raise the right leg. Stepping through, dropping the back heel, we'll rise up, warrior one. Take in a full breath. And on the exhale, open it out, warrior two. Settle here in warrior two, friends. Look over your right hand. Bounce down into your deepest expression of warrior two. Where do you notice this posture opening up space for you? Where do you notice expansion and ease? Turning the right palm, reverse the warrior. More side body space. Exaggerate your breath. Breath in, breath out. On your exhale, side angle, elbow to thigh, fingers to sky. We'll take a little different version of this today. So if you have a block, you can have that handy. You're gonna let the top arm reach overhead toward the side wall, over your ear, opening that side armpit, side rib cage. And then just explore the possibility of fingers coming down to the inside of your right shin. Maybe touching the floor, maybe settling on a block. There's this nice relationship, arm pressing into leg, leg pressing into arm, holding you steady here. Breathe. Beautiful, everyone. Slow departure. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And slow motion, windmill hands to earth. You can choose here to come into child's pose, down dog, or take a vinyasa. We'll be here for just a couple of breaths. Listen to your body. Take what you need. This is your time. This is not the time to perform or perfect. It's just your time to be in your body. We'll meet in downward facing dog with slow breath. When you're ready, raise your left leg. Stepping through, the back heel drops, and we find warrior one. Sip in a huge breath of air, and exhale, open, warrior two. Drop your shoulders, engage your core, bounce into your deepest expression of warrior two. Eyes over the left hand. Maybe the thumbs or the hands reach backwards just a little bit to feel a little more space. Breathe here. And then turn your left palm. Find space in the left side of your body, reverse warrior. Take up space here. Reverse warrior, left arm high, yes. Right hand is light on the back leg. Good. More. Breath, good. On the exhale, let's go side angle. Elbow to thigh, fingers to sky. That block handy if you like. And just reach the arm overhead. Stretch your side body long. Make this nice angle. Fingertips to heel. And then explore maybe left hand inside, pressing against left shin. Just create that relationship of arm and leg really pressing into each other, creating muscular support, stability. It's a really powerful posture with many benefits, and it's challenging. Be here. Good. Slow motion. Inhale, reverse. Slow motion, hands to mat. Again, choice. Child's pose, down dog, or vinyasa. The power yogis take the vinyasa. The gentle yogis take the child's pose. Always have choices. Let's step our feet wide. We're going to go into the outer edges of our hips. So the feet come to the width of the mat. Walk your hands back about a hand length. So you're in kind of a skinny upside down position. Take opposite hand to outer ankle. And you're pulling, so it feels like you're pulling your head and your torso through that triangle of your arm and leg. Pulling with the hand on the ankle and pressing with the hand on the mat. Pull and press. And then switch. Opposite side, pull and press. And returning to center, downward facing dog. Let's move into those hips now. So take the right leg high. Step that foot between your thumbs. And once again, we'll drop that back knee. And now we'll extend back. We're going to hold this hamstring stretch, this half split. You might try picking up the heel and just taking it forward a bit. Walk your hands forward. Press your right hip back. Just breathe into the back of this leg. If you'd like a little more, bring your left hand to the outside of your right foot and draw your torso more toward the outside edge. See what's there. Coming back to center, lunge forward. Bring your hands to the inside of the foot for lizard pose. So lizard, you can stay up on your hands. You're inside the foot. You can drop your knee open. You can come down to one or both of your elbows. Pause here, breathing into the hip. So Eyes closed, what do you notice here? What's here to pay attention to? If that knee has dropped, draw it back close to the shoulder. Come to hands, tuck your toes, and then walk your hands to the left. Come to wide straddle. Lower your head, lift your hips. Be here with breath. Long exhales. Let your body know that it's okay to let go. You've been holding, you've been tense, you've been working. Let your body know that this is a time to release. And coming back up to a flat back, let's transition to the back of our mat, turning to the left foot and dropping the back knee. We'll shift back into that half split. So position your left heel forward, your hands forward, and just lower down over your leg. If you'd like, you can come to the outer edge. A little more attention to the IT band there. Your breath will tell you whether you need to press in deeper or draw back a little. Let's move into lizard pose. So shifting forward, bending that left knee, hands to the inside of the left foot. And you can move around through that hip, stay up high or drop down low. What feels best to your body now? Close your eyes, draw deep breaths all the way down into your hips. Right here, right now. This experience, this breath, this body, be here. And let's draw that knee back up. And tuck the back toes, start to walk again into that wide straddle, and this time maybe playfully turn your toes out and bend from side to side. Put a little bit of movement in your legs. Be stretching inner thighs. And you're welcome to find stillness if that's where you want to be. Let's make our way back to the right foot, stepping into child's pose, down dog, or vinyasa. Maybe two vinyasa. This will be our last time through here. Take your time. And we'll all meet in child's pose. Find your breath. Connect your breath to your body and bring your mind along with it. Let your mind be here in your body with your breath. Shifting to a tabletop position. We'll come into the front of our hips. So take your right arm forward and your left leg back into spinal balance. We'll bend the back knee. And we'll reach the right arm back toward the left foot. You'll find an opening here in both hip and shoulder. Just kick your foot into your hand, lift your chin, lift your chest, breathe. And as we release that to the earth, all fours, we'll draw the right knee to the right wrist, coming into pigeon. So that last pose hopefully prepared us to slide the left knee back. If pigeon doesn't feel great to your knees, come to a seat instead. Find this figure 4. Find a place to rest here, a place to exhale. Let your breath empty all the way out. In the words of David White, enough. These few words are enough. If not these words, this breath. If not this breath, then this sitting here. This opening to the life we have refused again and again until now. Until now. Take another deep breath in, all the way in, even more than that. And on the exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Come back up into a tabletop position and just shoot your right leg behind you, left arm forward, and we'll bend the knee, reaching hand back for this counter stretch. Opposite of where we just were. Left hand toward the right ankle, chest lifted. Good. Might not touch, just move it in that direction. As we release, let's bring left hand, left knee and left wrist together, coming into pigeon, second side. If that hurts your knee, have a seat, find figure 4 instead. You can stay up high or drop down low. This is the option. If that doesn't feel great to your knee, have a seat and just make this figure 4. Just lean back in your hands. Nice. Move your breath deeply into your body, whatever shape you're in. Eyes closed, breath deep. Opening to the life we have refused again and again until now. Take one more deep breath in, and on your exhale, place your hands on the mat. Transition from pigeon in any way you like around to a seat. So if you'd like to take down dog on the way, or any variation of shaking out your legs, you're welcome to. Nice. And in this seated position, let's bring the soles of the feet together, butterfly pose. It can be a little more like a diamond shape. Bring your hands to the front of your knees and pull your chest through like a seated cow. And then exhale into seated cat. Roll onto the back of your sitting bones. Open your shoulders. Let's do that twice more. Pull through, breathe in, and back. And this time back, allow yourself to be rounded. Walk your hands forward, drop your chin, and take this time to just be in a stretch for the back. If you'd like, you can slide your hands underneath your legs, put your hands on the tops of your feet. That's called tortoise. And the weight of your legs pulls down on your arms. Exaggerate breath moving into the back of your body. Coming back up to a seat. So before we get down on our backs, I'd like you to have any props handy. So if you have any, like a pillow, a block, something that you can put underneath your shoulders. I want to demonstrate this next pose. This is a really giant shoulder opener. And I really love doing this right before Shavasana. So option one, that's probably going to be the easiest for a lot of us, is just to stay in this butterfly position. Find something underneath our shoulders and head, and then just let the arms reach overhead and kind of dangle there. And that will be option one. Option two, for those of you that have more bendy bodies and happy, healthy knees, you can do the same position from hero, reclining hero, coming back here with your back on the floor and your arms reaching in that direction. You want to make sure that the knees don't lift up off the ground if you've chosen that reclining hero. It's a pretty advanced posture, but got my advanced yogis here today. So either way, the goal is this gravity, just letting our arms hang overhead and behind us with weights. And breathe deeply there. Let your chest and your belly fill with breath. Relax any tension in your jaw, your face. Put a little space between your teeth. Soften the space behind your eyes. Just let gravity do the work here. No effort on your part at all, just a tolerance. Tolerable discomfort. Take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, bend your elbows, kind of melt your arms back to your body. You can lift your head. Draw your knees together. Wiggle so that you can remove any props that you have. And we'll just make our way down onto our back. So you might slide that prop under the knees if you like for Shavasana. If it feels good, you can just take a knees to chest or happy baby on your way to Shavasana. And then just begin the unfolding. Begin the relaxing, the resting, the coming back here. John Kabat-Zinn said, if you are not here, if you're not present to this moment right here, right now, you have abandoned your own life. When we do that, when we're in the future worried, when we're in the past with regret, we've abandoned the life unfolding right here inside of us. So I invite you to be here now with your thoughts, with your breath, here in your body. Nothing to change or fix. Take 3 or 4 deep breaths before moving. Just breathe a little more deeply, a little more intently. And let this breath guide you into gentle movement. Any movement that feels good to your body. Eventually, this movement will lead us all back to a seat. And when you get to this seat, maybe keep your eyes closed. Stay in here a moment longer. And let your palms turn up on your lap. So if your right hand represented your strength and your left hand represented your own softness, choose one of those to place over your heart. Does your heart right now need a little mending and strength, or does your heart need a little softening? And when you get that hand on top of your heart, let the other cover it. And just be here with this beating heart inside of you, this place of tenderness, of love, of vulnerability, of compassion. And take a moment here to just write a love letter to yourself. Maybe even listen for the voice of your higher self to speak back to you in response. Bring your hands together in this gesture of gratitude to and for yourself. May we all take some tenderness with us into this day and continue this practice of self-care, self-acknowledgement, self-love, so that we have a full cup to extend out to each other. Namaste. Thanks for being here, beautiful people. So grateful to spend the morning with you. I've just unmuted microphones. If you'd prefer to stay muted, you can do that. But thanks for coming, Tiffany.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's good to see you.
See you.
Thanks, Britt. Good to see you, love. Thanks, Charlie. Glad you were here. So fun to see you.
It's good to be here.
Yeah, you look amazing. Thank you, Meg.
Bye, Eddie.
Bye, Ron. Love you. Bye, Tiff. Have a good day.
Hi. You too. Love you.
Love you too, hon. Thank you,
Thanks,
Denise.
Denise. That was wonderful.
You're welcome, Bill. Thanks. Thanks, Gail.
Thank you. It was sweaty. It was,
Oh, good.
yeah, I got a workout for sure.
Yeah.